It only takes looking in the eyes of one child that's been sexually exploited or trafficked. Every other normal child, you look into their eyes and you see the eyes of a child. When you look in the eyes of a child that's been abducted and sexually exploited and trafficked, there's nothing there.
Texas Gun Experience is partnering with Green Devil Garage and Staccato Handguns. Together, we are joining the fight to recover our lost children. You know, every year, more than 500,000 children go missing or become abducted in the United States. And that means every 40 seconds, a child is lost. A.R.C, the Association for the Recovery of Children, is the vanguard in recovering these lost children around the world. A.R.C is comprised of former and active NSA, FBI, CIA, law enforcement, and military special forces operating around the world to recover our lost children with a 100% success rate. We need to keep the success rate of rescuing our children at 100%, and this is where you come in. You can purchase one or more raffle tickets for your chance to win a Green Devil Garage custom hand-built motorcycle valued at more than $40,000. You can also purchase one or more raffle tickets for your chance to win custom engraved Staccato XC. This is Staccato's flagship firearm. This handgun is engraved with the A.R.C, Green Devil Garage, and Navy SEAL logos, along with the words Extortion 17 and the shared motto, Strength and Honor. Your donation goes directly toward the Association of the Recovery of Children.
My name's Basil Boz, Citadel graduate, former captain, United States Marine Corps, former CIA, Ground Branch and Maritime, and now the CEO of the Association for the Recovery of Children, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization of former intelligence, military, and law enforcement officers that are dedicated to the recovery of missing and exploited and trafficked American children. We've been around since 1993, so we're one of the oldest operating child rescue organizations in the United States. Kidnappings, child pornography, trafficking of children, sometimes runaways, missing and exploited on every level. We have one mission and one mission only, that is the safe return of child. If we take a look at the statistic that, let's say in 2021, there were 400,000 plus children missing in the United States. The question we ask ourselves is, where do they go? There's people involved in the molestation and the sexual exploitation of children in almost every venue that you can think of in the United States and around the globe. So no one's immune. Every single penny goes specifically to operations. As I'd mentioned before, no one gets a salary. And whether we have a penny in our pocket or we have $100 in our pocket, it's always going to go to the mission, which is to save missing and exploited American children. We don't ever take grant money from at least federal grant money, from the U.S. government, because we don't want them dictating our operations. The minute this becomes a business, it's probably the minute we fall on our sword, and we can't afford to let that happen. Think about how many kids we could bring home.
My name is Pat Tazi. I've been in the military the last 18 years, spent that with the SEAL teams. I own a custom hot rod motorcycle shop, been around for about 10 years now. A lot of what I do is custom motorcycle builds, and most of them have actually been for charitable events. In the 10 years that I've been operating, running, owning Green Devil Garage, I've been fortunate enough to build quite a few motorcycles for charitable events, most of which have been for Extortion 17. Extortion 17 is the call sign for CH-47 that was shot down in Afghanistan in August of 2011. It was the biggest loss of special operations in the history of special operations. On the gas tank, you'll see a wing with a 31 in front of it. It's actually a mid-90s Harley logo that we modified and put that 31 in there to memorialize or to represent the 31 from Extortion 17. The engine itself is actually a 85 to 90s era Harley style V-twin motor. It's carbureted. It's got a 5-speed transmission. It's a hardtail frame, so no suspension in the rear. Springer front end, performance carburetor setup from S&S. The top end of the motor was redone at a company called Zippers. They do just incredible work. On the back, you'll see a Trident. That's a representation of the Navy SEAL teams. I want it to be a motorcycle that you can get on and you can just ride and be happy, go coast to coast. And I've been super fortunate to sit with Baz and be able to have that brotherhood and that being to the same places, having that similarity, and it really helped to bring these efforts together, and it helped me to really see and be very fortunate to be a part of a different way to not only help out the goodness in this world as a whole, but finding an organization that does great things, that doesn't rely on any sort of government grants, anything like that. And this is a complete different realm from what they are probably used to, and now we can bring those efforts in together and be able to help each other out.
The raffle ends at midnight on Veterans Day, November 11th, and the drawing happens right here at Texas Gun Experience Saturday, November 12th during our anniversary event. We need to keep this success rate of rescuing our children at 100%. Join the fight. Visit TexasGunExperience.com for more information.